Hello, people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Take the goodness wherever you are. We are back again with another banger with our favorite guest. Today we have Mrs. Chizzy Ofebo with us. She is a fashion designer. She's a relationship therapist. She is a business mogul and a mother. Welcome on board, Mrs. Chizzy Ofebo.
I'm Chizzy Ofebo. I'm a mom of 3. I'm a business person, fashion designer, and also a social media manager. So that's it basically about me. All
right. So today we'll have you as our guest. We want to be talking about divorce. Divorce is now trending everywhere. Our entertainment industry, we know that our divorces everywhere, but like they are role models and they are on our tellies. They are like celebrities. So That's why their own is shouting. Their own is everywhere. Yeah. What do you have to say about that?
I think you have already said it, that because they're in the limelight, so it's very easy for us to see what's going on with them, and it just makes the waves. Like I always tell people that it's a breaking plate that will make noise. There are good marriages. When it's not breaking, you will not hear anything. But when the plate breaks, to hear all the noise. It doesn't mean that they are good. There are not good plates that somebody can use, So because they are in the spotlight, so that's why it's like their own is trending everywhere. Divorce is among us. It has always been among us, you understand? But I'd say that maybe more people have an option or a choice to go into it now than they had before.
We heard about the AY on the Mekike zone long time ago, Basket Mouth, so many of them, Yule Doche, can't name them, Nino, and so many of them that have divorced, and people are really, really talking about it. Like I was speaking with somebody some days back, and he was like, what are they teaching us? You understand? I say, but it depends on who you take as the role model, who you look up to. Yes, because sometimes you look up to the wrong person as your role model. And you flaw. When the person flaws, you flaw. So there are some things you can take in somebody, like all the celebrities. There are things you will like about them. But when it comes to the things that you wouldn't want to do, as in to emulate from them, you withdraw yourself, isn't it?
That's true.
Yeah. You withdraw yourself, because telling me that this person is your role model, but the person is not living the life that you want. It's not your role model. It's not your role model. Then I want to ask, what do you think that might be causing divorce?
Okay, are you saying generally or in the entertainment industry now?
I think let me say generally, because we know about these ones, like I said, like rightly said, because they are in the limelight, they are on our TV. They are the celebrities. But divorce happens every now and then.
Yes.
Even in the local ones. What do you think might be the causes of all this?
Okay, I'll still answer for generally and then maybe for the entertainment industry, because they have a unique thing about their own, which I want to throw some light on. So I'll say generally, the reason why 2 people marry in the first place is that 2 of them have agreed and they are working in the same direction. So the moment that 2 of them are no longer agreeing, that is how divorce starts. If they are not working in the same direction any longer, that's how divorce starts. And before divorce manifests, the groundwork, the foundation of the divorce already started long before it actually manifests as divorce. So sometimes when we see, these people are divorcing, it will be like, hey, what happened now? That what happened? It might have started years
there must
ago.
have been something underground, fishy.
Oh yes, okay. I think it was recently we were all a little shocked that I think it was this Alakija woman that was divorcing from the husband after so many years. They're already elderly people, you know. But you know, for as far as I'm concerned, you don't live with these people, so you don't know what they are going through. You understand? So as far as I'm concerned, if two people work together, just like the Bible says, you understand, that is what marriage should be. You are working together, you are serving each other, you know, there's mutual service, mutual respect, and all that. If these things are not there, that is how divorce actually starts. You understand? And I would say that we are beyond the information age, we are beyond the internet age now. So we find that more and more people have access to knowledge and information to know that, okay, this thing I'm managing here is not okay. Maybe if it's somebody who is in an abusive marriage, many years ago, our grandmothers would probably stay thinking that this is marriage, normal marriage up and down. You just manage yourself and learn your husband. While they were actually in very toxic, very dangerous situations. But now knowledge has abounded. So it's easy for someone to say, this thing that I'm going through is not normal marriage up and down. This one wants to kill me, it wants to choke me. You understand?
Yeah.
I have to get. So that's for one generally. Then for the people in the entertainment,
I can't hear you. Okay.
Okay, sorry. All right, sorry about that. Can you give me just a moment? Let me text this person and say to call later.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry about the breaking chance.
It's all right, love.
All right, so then for the entertainment people, theirs is unique because they are in the spotlight. One, they have fans. You understand? That's one. They have they're exposed to a lot of people, a lot of what I would say ideally is tempting situations or potentially compromising situations. Some of them away from their families in faraway locations for a long time, you understand, shooting, and they're exposed to people of the opposite sex, those of them that idolize them. You know, that's the thing with some fans. Some have put these people on such a pedestal that these people are now like idols.
Idols to them, yeah, darling.
When you meet your idol face to face, the idol doesn't need to post you. But some people, they'll be the ones stealing the idol.
Flinging, jumping on them.
Yeah. In their head, somehow, they have imagined and idolized, and even sexualized these people such that when they see them, they actually want to throw themselves at them and all that. So the temptation on these people, I'll say, is a lot more than the average. That's
exactly.
So it means that whoever is going into the industry has to have self-control and discipline.
Proper self-control.
That's a lot more than the average because what they are seeing is concentrated. Some of them are exposed to drugs. Some of them are exposed to what will I say? A lot of all forms of wildness. Sometimes it's men, a lot of women, a lot of drink, a lot of weed.
Clubbing.
Exactly. So somebody has to have, as if you're in the entertainment industry, you have to have certain boundaries that you set up from the beginning. There's an actor in Hollywood that doesn't do any movies where there's a scene where he will kiss any woman, no matter how much they pay. He's married. I'm not sure the name now, but I've read about him that he doesn't do any movie where there's a kissing scene. And he's doing it because he wants to honor his wife and his marriage. You understand? Some people will think he's being extreme, but he wants to keep his space. He wants to keep his boundary. He wants to keep his principles. So for somebody in the entertainment industry, you have to be extra disciplined. But like I said, how many of them are like that? Some of them, that stardom has a way of getting into your head.
That is it. You get it now.
Themselves, you understand, and start to do all sorts of things. Now, you can imagine being married and your husband or your wife is losing themselves. How much can a spouse take of that? You understand? How much? Then sometimes the constant traveling all the way, you're always off, away from home. It can create a rift, a lack of communication, a lack of intimacy between you and your spouse. In the bid to hustle and get money, then you end up losing your family, so that wedge comes in place and all that. So these are some of the issues that will cause a divorce, generally, and then for people that are actors, actresses, or artists, these are some.
Wow. Thank you so much. Like you rightly said, it needs self-discipline, self-control, principle. If you're principled, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is what I can do. There are some other people, like you rightly said, that are in the entertainment industry. They say, this is my boundary. Don't cross it.
Yeah.
And they keep to that. And you see them thriving still. Because there are some people, like you rightly say, that the fame gets into their head and they feel they have blown, they have arrived and stuff, and they go haywire and things crash. I don't blame anybody, but personally I blame some, because there are things that you've been enduring, like from my own understanding. You've been taking it. So why now? You understand? Why the quick outburst?
Let me answer that thing. You understand? You said something you've been doing, and then why now? I'll give you a classic example of something that happened to me one day in church. We actually had I call it a concert now. It was actually praise and thanksgiving. And there was a shoe I wore. You understand? That shoe was a little tight. I said, okay, I'll manage this, don't worry. And I continued to wear it. You understand? At some point, we had stood for a very long time. Okay? Now it was, as I was, my feet, I was in pain. But I was not feeling it because I was in front of people. You understand? At some point, oh Lord, it was like any longer. You understand? I had to remove that shoe. So that you understand? So you see a thing and you think you can manage it. You understand? But at some point, you are the one wearing that painful shoe. At some point, it will be, I'm not saying you any longer. At some point, it will look like you can't handle it anymore.
You're fed up. You're fed up already.
That shoe. So for me, instead of looking good for the crowds, the way I was trying to, but I was dying inside. I agree that it's me that wore the shoe. It's my shoe, you understand? But I didn't know it to be that painful. Sometimes you enter a thing. And I see, this is why I like to say that sometimes it's not good for people to get married too early. There has to be a certain maturity in your head, you understand? Because there are things that as a child you look at and say, don't worry. Even if you check, even with your children, there's something you might tell them, say, no, mommy, don't worry, I like it like that. But it may not be good for them. In that moment, they feel worried to satisfy that their temporary joy or satisfaction to own it. But after a while, you as an adult know that this can buy for it will worry this person. It's not good for you. You get what I mean? So over time, you will now realize, hey, it's true, this thing I bought, or this thing I said I wanted, this thing wants to kill me, or it wants to choke me, you understand? So at that point, for me, I'm all about people's authenticity. If it's killing you, instead of keeping it inside,
or dying in silence,
then people talk, and either you talk what you're going to do, and try to get help for what you're going to do, or you just leave the situation that wants to kill you. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Some people will say, but you knew he's like that. You know she's, but you didn't know the extent of how long you can take it. And the reality is, for most of us, we marry potential. We project and say, this thing he's doing like this, or this thing she's doing, I don't really like it, but I believe he or she will change. That's the reason why I actually advise people who are getting married that whatever you see now that is a problem for you, project. If this thing doesn't change in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, will it be a problem? If it will be a problem, don't try to manage it. Don't try to think, don't worry, I will help him or her change. It's a lie. It may happen, it may not happen.
Yeah. But personally, I tell people, don't say somebody will change.
Yes.
If you don't like a thing, stop it on time, because you cannot change. You cannot change a grown man or a grown woman. Do you know why? Do you know why I said that? I've seen couples that they say, he will change, she will change. At the end of the day, they end up going apart, or they end up being in the same house, but they are not married as husband and wife. They're just there, maybe because of their kids. You understand? There are some people that are hard not to crack.
I say, for the same thing that they said will change, it's now the same thing that will cause a problem for them later.
In the future, yeah. So it's better you don't even go into it at all.
Yeah.
Cut it off straight. Then if like where we are coming from in Africa, it's all about marriage. It's all about keeping your home. But when it chokes, I tell people, take a walk. Nobody likes divorce. I don't like divorce. God don't like divorce. But when it gets to killing you, take a walk, have your peace of mind.
Yes.
That's what I tell people. Because that thing you think, like you said, that thing you think you can manage, they'll get to a point, it will choke you. You can't even manage it again. You can't even manage it again. It's a sad situation. Do you know why I said it's a sad situation? Because I can't see anything the young ones are learning from all this that is happening. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
I had a chat with somebody, and she's just 23. She's just a child. And she said that anytime she gets married and the man misbehaves, that she'll take a walk. Have you seen that orientation?
Yes. I think I'll say the groundwork really that should be done. I don't know. I like to look at things from every perspective. As much, like divorce is not particularly the better option if it can be avoided, right? But I will be honest with you that if that's the best option that somebody can take, if there's anything somebody can take away from that or learn from that, is that if something wants to kill you, or cause you to lose your sanity or something, then divorce is an option. That in our time, our mothers, our grandmothers, it wasn't an option. So a lot of them yes, they should stay through things, but they suffered. Some of us witnessed them suffer. You understand? And in fact, let me be honest with you, some young people that I've also spoken to have said that, this thing you just said that if the man doesn't anyhow, they will leave. Some of them is even what they saw their mother endure and continue to stay. That's what is even making them say that. You understand? So for me, everybody should learn to see what they are seeing. The take home for young people should be that, okay, I should strive to have a relationship where, there won't be a potential divorce. You need to get the foundation right. If it's so that there is good communication between you and your potential spouse. Make sure that there's intimacy. We make a mistake of thinking that intimacy is sex. It's not.
No.
Intimacy is actually that you people, think
alike
and speak to each other without
you people are friends. You people are buddies.
Yes, that you are safe for each other. That your spouse is somebody that if anything is going on with him or her, they are the first person they want to talk to. They are the first person they want to share it with. You understand? They can tell you their weakness, their strength, what is going on well with them, what's going on bad with them, without fear or judgment from you. Knowing that you have their back, you understand, at any point in time. If these things are in place, first thing is your friend. You people talk unreservedly, freely, and everything. You have shared interests, you have shared values. You understand? The potential of having a divorce is slimmer. That's what people need to learn. You understand? That's what they need to learn from anything that's going on about divorce. You understand? Then, if you look very well, some of the stories about what's going on with the celebrity, some things filter out. Some you will hear, that one is always chasing women up and down.
Well, it's always giving me disease. It's always giving me STD, like AY's wife, so that she's been treating infection, and all the ladies jumped at her and said, hey, run away. But some of them are in their homes or treating their own. You understand?
Anybody, the point is, anybody who can run, let them run. The one who cannot run. You understand? So what people should learn is that when you hear things like this, you need to filter it and begin to know that, okay, if it is that the person was cheating, then you learn not to cheat on your spouse so that you will not repeat the same thing. If it was a situation okay, and there was dishonesty, maybe the person was living a whole different life without telling the wife or something, you understand, or the husband, you learn from that one. I like to use what failed. People don't, in this our part here, we don't know how to learn from failure, either your own failure or other people's
or somebody else,
We just do, God forbid, I cannot fail in Jesus. Try and learn. The people who walked that path and didn't quite make it, what happened? Why did they not make it? So that you learn from that. It's not just to make a blanket statement. If the man does like this generation lacks patience, I must say. You understand?
100%. They lack patience. And they don't want to learn.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are really
like you said now that people should learn from other people's failure. When you fail, like when I do something personally, I learn from myself. I learn from other people around me, but I learn from myself because when I do this thing and it didn't work out for me, I would look for another strategy to improve.
Yeah, you understand? I have done better. These are the things that people should look at. Not just, hey, everybody's divorcing, I can divorce.
I'm divorcing, you understand? Yeah.
It should be people are divorcing. What's causing it? How do I divorce-proof my relationship so that I don't have that kind of issue. People need to learn.
Exactly. Because somebody was telling me that divorce is now trending. I said, it's trending, but you have to learn, like you rightly said. It's trending, but you have to learn from their mistakes so that you don't make the same mistake that they made. You understand? And I was telling is a guy, I said, when something is trending, good or bad, learn from it. Especially take the good part of it and improve in your own self. Don't say that it happened to this person. Hey, this person did it. You want to do it. No. Do your own right. You must not fail like others failed. You understand? What like this is like an advice, like you said now, to us and to the young ones that are even trying to get married. Like I was talking with somebody on my show some days back, and we are talking about marriage, women, marriage, and career. And she was like the World International Women Day said that women should help each other. We should groom each other. We should help each other grow. No matter what, don't look down on anybody. Don't segregate or do things that will put women down. We should grow together. And it came to my mind that going together, you can help a fellow woman that is passing through a lot in her marriage. You understand? This thing you're passing through, some people have passed it. This is what they did and they survived it. You understand? You can do it this way. You will see people will not be running out of relationships, marriage, and leaving their kids to, I don't know, you understand? Like this AYO that people are talking about. I don't want to talk about Oluchi and the wife. There are so many of them. So many of them in the entertainment industry. Apart from the entertainment industry, I know couples that have divorced, and most of the time the children suffers it. Especially when the kids are small. Do you know why I say they suffer? Because this one comes with their difference. So I have a friend in the US. She divorced. They are divorced. She and the husband, they are no more together. They've got 2 kids, and the kids are suffering it because they need that parental upbringing, the 2 of them. You know why the kids are suffering? Because the girl wants to be with the mom, the boy wants to be with the dad. They can't split them. And who has the custody is the girl, because they find out that the man was into some bad things, all those gay things. You understand? So the kids are suffering it.
Okay. Let me address that. Sometimes after a divorce, there's a co-parenting arrangement that's supposed to be done with the children. And I always say this, that the quality of a divorce is actually a measure of the quality of the marriage. If you see a divorce that is problematic, it shows that the marriage was also problematic and stressful. You understand? So what I'm saying is that if the marriage was problematic and stressful, it's already a problem for the children.
Children, exactly.
Already. So I was saying that, yes, divorce is not easy. Staying in something you need to leave is also not easy. So you have to choose your path. It can be shaky, even trying to get a divorce. Getting a divorce is hard. Staying in a hard marriage is also hard. You understand? So for somebody to choose which path they can handle. So in the same vein too, sometimes a bad marriage is hard for the kids. In fact, a bad marriage is always hard for the kids. Always. For the kids, So sometimes divorce can be hard. But the essence is that you are looking for balance and peace. So if divorce give you that, it's just a matter of time. Initially it will be shaken, but you will now find balance. So in the same vein too, the 2 parties involved need to co-parent their children. The only time it's difficult is when one person is frustrating the other. Parenting. You understand? And usually, if you check many times, it's the one who was also the one frustrating the marriage that always also try to frustrate the divorce.
Exactly.
So That's where it now looks like it's hard and it's affecting the children. You know, at the end of the day, really, if you must, you know, like I always say, marriage is really husband and wife. Children are an added blessing because you can have a marriage without children. Some people don't, and they're still married and having a good marriage. Some people have raised their children, the children have gone away, and because they built a good marriage, they are still together. For the most,
the companionship is still there.
Yes, but some did not build a good marriage. They were just raising children. So by the time the children are gone, they have nothing between them.
The reality.
Yes, they now find out that their spouse is a stranger. You know, so the most important thing is that your marriage is good first, children or no children. If the marriage is good, then you will have a good environment for children. If the marriage is not good, then by all means, for the sake of the children too, it's better to go your separate ways because you don't want the children to with that kind of toxicity. You know, so yes, sometimes it's difficult to navigate, but if both parties communicate and co-parent properly and respect each other, they will do it well. You understand? So that
nice one, Cheesy. I've seen parents the divorce for couple, they've got 4 children. They divorced for I think it was about 9 years, and they later came back.
Oh yes.
Yeah, sometimes I've seen that.
That space is needed. You know, sometimes people need space to really think.
Space.
And have perspective whether they want each other back or not. You know, sometimes then you begin to see afresh the value of this person too. You understand? So based on that, is if they can come together, it's all good. It's
fine,
all good.
Yeah. They later came together, and they've been together now for about 6 years now. They told me the story, but that was long time ago, that they were divorced for 9 years. They just came. I was like, it happens, and I think is people that really want that family bond to be there. You understand? Because when you have one person that is strong-headed, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do that will please the person. You understand? The person must scatter everything. For marriage, the divorce, even when you're divorced, you will still try to frustrate. You understand? So the two-way thing. From what do you advise people that are into that just got married, that are facing a lot of challenges, that want to go into divorce? What do you advise people? Like me, I want to say something first before you say what you want to say. People say it rains everywhere. It doesn't rain everywhere. I used to tell people, they rain everywhere. Sometimes it will be raining in France, it won't be raining in UK. It will be raining in Nigeria, it won't be raining in Japan. It will be raining in Lagos, it won't be raining in Abuja. So it doesn't rain everywhere. People should stop bringing that statistic. I don't know why they got the statistic that it rains. It doesn't rain everywhere. Divorce is not everywhere. Cheating is not everywhere.
Yes.
Emotional damage is not everywhere. It's not all men that cheat. It's not all men that gossip. It's not all men that. That's what Open Heart with Oluchi is all about. Bring out the best in people. Bring out the best. Don't talk down. Don't say that because it's happening to this person, it's happening to others. No, it doesn't work that way. So what advice do you have for people that think like that?
Okay. Divorce. And there are certain things, for people, young people who are, let's be honest, marriage is not easy. You understand? Living with somebody who is not you. Even, let me be honest, if you even duplicate yourself, there are parts of you that you don't like. That if that person is you, the person will have issues with you as well. You understand? So blending with another human being is not easy. But guess, as much as it's not easy, it shouldn't be hard labor. I will always say that marriage is hard work. It's work, but it's not hard labor. Hard labor is that you are tilling the ground and planting and watering and nothing is coming up.
It's coming out.
It's not making anything. But work is that you are a farmer, you have planted your corn in the ground, you planted your yam, you are watering and you are seeding, you are beginning to see leaves come out. You understand? So it's work that you are doing, but it's giving you joy. Because the person you are pouring into is pouring back inside you too. So if that's the situation, no matter how, there will be friction here and there, but let it be that both of you can sit with each other, can communicate, can apologize when you are wrong, both of you are doing it, can take responsibility for the growth of that relationship and the growth of each other. You allow each other space to go. Then, no matter what you are going through, it's something you can work out instead of saying, let's scatter it. That's one. Two, if there is something that is frustrating your growth, frustrating your mental health, frustrating your physical health, you understand? Or this thing is even endangering you. Please, that one is not part of marriage up and down. It's not part of it. If somebody is being harmful, dangerous to you, to your sanity, to your health, to your body, to your life, do not negotiate it. Do not negotiate it. Please separate for a while and see if there is any measurable change in that person before you do a divorce. In all honesty, divorce should not be your first point of call. It should actually be your last resort. You need to try counseling. You need to try therapy. If those don't, then divorce is now the option. So people need to learn patience. It's not everything there are good relationships, even if you guys need to work on it. Don't throw everything away. Try. But let divorce be your last option.
Thank you so much, Hazel. Thank you so much. You've really nailed it. The advice is pure, plain. Divorce should not be the last option.
Your first option.
It should not be even come to our mind. Let people try to fix their flaws. Amend. Talk to each other. Communication is the key.
Yes,
communication.
Where there's an error, take responsibility for it. Work on it.
Take responsibility. Apologize. I'm sorry.
But to change the behavior, it's another thing that the person needs to do.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate your views. We appreciate your advice. Thank you so much. We hope to have you some other time.
No problem.
We hope to have you some other. Thank you so much. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, people. This is still Open Heart with Oluchi. You've heard it from our guest, Mrs. Chizo Ofrebu. She said it all. Divorce should not be an option. That should not be your first option. Think on how to fix your home. Don't say it rains everywhere. Don't say because AY have divorced, a basketman had divorced, Emekike, Nino, all of them. Their role, even if they are your role model, even if they're celebrity that your favorites, their divorce, their bad side should not be what you emulate from. Learn to fix your own home from their own flaws, from their own mistakes. Learn to fix your own home. This is still Open Heart with Oluchi, where we talk about our relationships with people, spouse, family, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, the dividends of your relationship with people around you. Have been made you grow? Where have your relationship with others gotten you to? Like I said before, let's be a role model to others, lift others up, tell people what good they are doing. lift others up by advising, telling them, pushing them to the height they want to. Help them get to that stage, that goal they have in their mind. Keep watching One for Plus. Subscribe to One for Plus. Share, like, follow. When you subscribe, press the notification button. Press the notification button, please. We need your views. We need your support. Thank you so much. This is still Open Heart with Oluchi. My name is Oluchi. Thank you. Bye.